Hey guys, welcome back to the Simpy Knives YouTube channel. Today we're just going to be talking about one of the beloved kind of classics of the knife world, the CRKT M16. I have here three of them, oldest to newest. I believe this one, the person who lent it to me said it was like, I don't even know, just very old. Definitely, maybe around like 15 years old, if I remember. This one is a Tonto. You can see that as well. You can't see through these. On this one has liners, so it's very thick. I'm gonna look at the pocket clip, how that's sort of changed a little bit. I guess it's just thinner on this one. But on this, it has an entirely new and different pocket clip. But yeah, we're just gonna be kind of looking at maybe, you know, this is like a very old sort of classic of the knife world, and maybe just talking about how it sort of stacks up to modern day folders. All right, so yeah, this one's super old. A Tanto M16 02Z. These are all Carson design. Let's go ahead. This one has the best action right here in the middle. Really good action. M1601S. This one does have a little bit of rust on it though. It did get it used. Nice frame lock. Easy to close. Pretty good action. And then here's the last one, which doesn't have great action. Also a frame lock. Just a little bit more difficult to close than the middle one. But I believe this one was an SMKW exclusive. M1603BK. So the M16s, you know, they come out and they have a lot of different model numbers. I don't know if they like come out with one a year or what, because there's just a ton. But yeah, this one's the oldest. Very thick. And then here's like the newest. Very thin. You can see through the scales and everything. Pretty sweet looking. Really like that color on it too. And I guess this would just be the most classic. Now I will say, I actually bought an M16 at Walmart before, and the action on it was horrible. Like, just absolutely horrible. And I adjusted it as well, and it still, when I adjusted it, then it had a whole bunch of play. This one, does it have play? Yeah, this one even has a little bit of play. Let's check this newest one. Oh, what the heck did I just cut myself on? I don't know. Yeah, just a tiny bit of play, but not the best action. And this is the oldest one, and just only has a very, very small, tiny bit of play. I will say about the CRKT M16, these thumb studs are like, I don't know, they're like useless, dude. They suck. And I'm just noticing this now, but these little corners here are sharp. So if you like had one of your fingers up here to like get traction for the thumb stud, it kind of hurts. I don't know if it's like that on other ones. The pocket clip's covering that section on the other ones. Although this is a liner lock, not a frame lock. I mean, in terms of like reviewing the M16, I'll talk about this one. But like the design of them are super cool. Love all those different speed holes in them. Looks great. I like the newer designs with this pocket clip. The old pocket clip kind of sucks. You can change it to all four like sort of sections. You know, definitely a good blade profile and design. There's a reason why this one's so popular. But I will say that on this specific knife, never really been impressed with the action on it. It's just not great. The thumb studs are horrible. I guess the flipper tab's okay. Like, it has considerable jimping on there. But like, look at that. Like, this is the only one of these that I've ever had that you can actually flip, no, like without, I don't know, without your wrist. This one gets close, but it is annoying. So I feel like M16s, while they look good, they don't have great action. They generally don't have the best steel. I think it's like CRKT for the most part. Let's see if we can see the steels on these. This one just says Taiwan. This one says nothing. I'm assuming it's 8CR13. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really know. And who knows what that is. But it's just sort of like an older knife. Apparently the CRKT M16 was one of the first knives that actually used a flipper tab, which is pretty awesome. Mad respect to CRKT for that. I do like CRKT as a company. They have a lot of fun little knives. Here's an example of a real interesting one. I believe this one is called the Fulcrum 2. I'm gonna be having just a short review on this one later on. But yeah, the M16, it's pretty light. Looks really good. Action's not the best. I don't know, like, I personally think, cause these kind of range, you can get one new at Walmart for like 20 bucks, but the one that I got was like a horrible quality control, like absolutely horrible. They're cool. And like, especially this one, the design of it and colors make it look like a real, it's just an awesome looking knife. But I will say that the M16 is not my favorite. I don't think it would really make it onto any like top list of my favorites or what I really like. Except like the biggest pull of this knife is just the aesthetics. It does look really cool and I love how thin it is. It's a good slicer too. But yeah, pocket clips aren't great. The blade steel is nothing to write home about, and the action's kind of bad. The thumb studs are useless. It's a fine knife, but you know what? There's a reason for it to be so popular. Really cool design, and supposedly the very first knife to have a flipper tab, which is, I mean, gotta have some respect for this legendary knife, the CRKT M16. I guess that's really all I have to say about it. It's not my favorite knife, but I definitely respect having it, and I'm at least keeping one of these. Well, not this, because I'm just borrowing that, but I'm at least keeping one of these two in my collection just to, you know, be able to have one of these. I feel like it's good to have as part of your collection. I'll probably keep this one just because it has better action, and it's not my favorite knife, and so might as well get rid of the one that's more expensive. Cool. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. Hope you all have a good rest of the day. Peace.